Guys, so Euro USD continued its slow, methodical move upward, right? So we're still making higher prices, but very slow grind, very slow grind. But what can we see here? First of all, guys, we can see that we have connected with the quarterly open. So we're at the quarterly open. So you can see, okay, so we have right here liquidity resting here. We have liquidity resting here, right? And then we came into here. Now we've come here, we've grabbed that liquidity on the daily. So we just want to see what happens from there. Guys, swing wise, as we've always said, right? This market is bullish. Your USD is bullish, right? So here we have our breakup structure, right? Here we have breakup structure, right? Again. So this was the swing low, swing high, right? And then we have the pullback. Now we're just following order flow, making higher prices and higher prices. So now that we've connected with this quarterly open, connected with the quarterly open, so let's see what happens. So perhaps we can get a sweep, okay, and maybe we get um, fractal breaks. If we start to get fractal breaks to the downside, we could just look for a short sell quickly, or it just keeps on going up, 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 and we just follow it, right? We just, okay, perhaps a break here, then we can retest or something like this, right? And you can get that retest and then you take it up, or we get the sweep of this high, right? And instead of that low, we just get like this, and then this starts to become resistance, or it becomes support. Okay, I hope that wasn't too confusing and it was clear. Okay, so that's the target, right? So that's the target for Euro USD. Okay, so let's watch, let's see what happens. Let's wait, be patient, don't force trades. As I showed you yesterday, if you were here yesterday, you can see all of this are just dojis, indecision. So we don't know what wants to happen on the euro dollar yet, so we'll just wait. Today there's Canadian news, there's news on the Canadian dollar, the CPI, so be careful if you have the USD card position open or anything related to card. Okay, keep that in mind. DXY, what can we say about the dollar index except for this beauty, so this beauty keeps on making lower lows and lower highs, as we can see, right? So we are here, we have the order flow here, we have the support, we have the supply, right? Push market lower, boom. Now this becomes our new supply level, right? That's pushing market lower. Okay, inside here my market has been pushed lower, our quarterly open resting right here, right, guys? So that can attract price, act as support when we get there. So let's see, if we take out this low today, dollar is very slow but it's still moving. If we take out this low today, perhaps we can go for the quarterly open. Let's see how that works. So that would just be more bullish confirmation for Euro USD. So let's see, because at the end of the day, we'll probably want to take out this and maybe come into this zone, look for some demand there, and maybe that could push the market up higher. So let's keep that in mind. So okay, with GBP is similar. Remember, guys, if you were here yesterday, I said I'm looking for longs on this thing. That's all I'm looking for, to target this liquidity here at this quarterly open. So now we've broken above, we grabbed the liquidity, we've broken above, right? The order flow remains bullish, so we can just wait for, okay, perhaps we get some price action here, then we come back, connect with this area of demand, and then we can get some buys from there, some favorable buys from there. Maybe we get some sort of, okay, so we've grabbed liquidity, we could get some sort of, okay, consolidation, right? And then we come down, connect with this demand, and then you find higher prices. Okay, so that's a possibility, guys. Keep that in mind. But for now, all I'm just looking for on GU is buys, because there's no reason for me to look for sells on this market as of now yet. Okay, so with NZD USD, so this was a proxy trade that I said, okay, we could just put our risk to reward tool and see what happens. But the point I'm trying to make here is, okay, here, if you look to our left, what can we have? We have here this open area of supply, which grab liquidity. So it's a nice place to target. Then also we have here this area too, is also quite a nice spot to target. Okay, so now we're in the supply. I expect, okay, perhaps we take out this high, then keep on going, take out this liquidity here, and then keep on going into this area, and maybe we can find a sell from there. Okay, so but for now there's nothing to sell. Like for me, I'm just waiting to see what develops on the market, and then from there we would see what positions that we can take on these pairs. But for now, you just stay your hand and wait. Okay, I know the wait is gruesome, but you gotta practice patience, guys. Practice patience. That's the only way to make money in this business. You practice patience. But the thing is, so you can see here also, right? This is that supply zone that we're trading from. It can anywhere can push the market. You have liquidity resting on there. We grab the liquidity. Now we're consolidating. So from that break of fractal structure, right? From break of this low, we can start looking for sells to take it down. But anything apart from that, I'm looking for buys, right? So from the break of this low, if our stop loss hits, then we'll be like, okay, yes, we're looking for sales to take it down for maybe perhaps to this area, right? So let's see how that happens, and let's see what develops in this market. Okay. With Aussie dollar is bullish, bullish as they can be, right? So we have our target here. This is a liquidity high. We want market to reach there, and then we see what happens from there, right? So perhaps we can get some retracement, and maybe we find some entries to take it up higher. Maybe this quarterly open acting as support. Let's see what happens, right? So let's keep in mind that we have this major liquidity high coming up, and then if market reach there, let's see what happens from then on. Okay. With BTC, you can see, right, we have this liquidity right here above, right? This was, which was our target for last week, which was hit. If you guys were in that trade, congratulations. So now we're just consolidating, right? So we came up here, now we're just consolidating, right? Perhaps if we get a breakout, maybe we get, okay, a swipe of this low, right? You've seen a swipe of this low, and then you can see, okay, breakout, and maybe you can just put your entry right above here to take it to grab this area, right, into this supply. So your tool will be perhaps, okay, I'm buying on the breakout. We might stop coming underneath these lows and then target like a 1-to-1, right? So or you just target this extreme highs, because we would be looking to make new highs, right? So that's the thing. So one thing you should know is if you're taking a trade from here, you gotta be cautious, right? So if we have here a swing low, we have here a swing high, right? If you're going to put that, you're going to put it like this. The trade we took last week was from discounted area, so we have, it was quite, we had more confidence from here. The confidence would be weaker because, okay, we're just buying a breakout, no demand level. We had that internal liquidity swipe, but it's going to be according to the trend. So you got to be careful, guys. Always got to be careful. This trade is more risky, and if that matches your risk appetite, go ahead, take it. From here, I'm just putting this there for forward testing. Okay, I'm not going in this trade. Okay, unless if it gives me a lower price, and then maybe we take these lows, and then I can find that entry, guys. Find that sweet entry to take me to TP, hopefully. Okay, so let's move on to the dollar. As a dollar to gold. Okay, with gold, there's nothing to say except for, okay, if we're going to analyze this, right, let's look at this. So here we had that push up, right, from yesterday, right. I was waiting for price to come here, but I also had in mind that, okay, it doesn't always have to come here. I don't know if I said it, but I think I did, yes. So it doesn't always have to come there, right? It doesn't have to always have to come to the extreme levels, like BTC that we just saw. It doesn't always have to come to that extreme level. It can start buying from that, for wherever it is. It's the market, no rules, okay? You create your own rules. You make your own rules work for you. You stick to your own rules. No rules, nothing. Okay, so the point is, okay, now we had here, right, this liquidity low which got swiped, right. Once it got swiped, we had that change of character. We can see price injection. So you could have found an entry from here, right, taking it, like, you could have found an entry from here, right. We stop right below here, and then you just be targeting like a 1 2 2 or something, right, a 1 2 3, targeting, right, making a new, if I've gotten 1 to 2.5, then making a new high. So that is, so now that move has played out. That move played out yesterday. Yeah, that move played out yesterday. So now we just wait. Perhaps we'll see some here also. You can see, right, so here also we pushed up, we came in, grabbed that liquidity, boom, and then we just pushed up again. This happened on Monday at 12 o'clock. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Let's look at some JPY pairs. Okay, so with Euro JPY, right, as you can see, we're bullish, right? We're bullish. We came into here, then we started to make this consolidation. We took out the highs of that consolidation, right, and we came into this supply level. This supply level that broke market structure, took out this liquidity, right? So this is quite a nice place to trade off of from. We know we're bullish, so whatever we're looking for in this trade will just be like a quick retracement. I like to look for like a 1 to 2 if I'm going against the trend. Okay, so now we had a swipe of the high, right? We had the swipe of the high, and then we had that push down, creating that new supply level which broke structure. Now we come back into it, so it's quite fine if you have that risk appetite. So we have, okay, here was our supply, we pushed down, broke market structure. Now we're coming back into this area, we grab that liquidity. So all we just want right now is, okay, this was our fractal low, we pushed up, pull back, pushed up again. So this became fractal low. So once we broke it, this became, what was it, low? This became our fractal low. Now we've broken this. So it's, let me take out this tool. Okay, so you can see, guys, it's like this. So we had here push up, right, from this fractal low, right. We had that push up, we had that pullback, then push, then a pullback, then push. So this becomes our fractal low, right. This becomes our fractal low, this becomes our fractal high. Then we pull back, then we pushed up again, we pull back, we push up again. It's quite confusing, but what we want is, I want to see a break of this level. This, you can see it's consolidating here. I want to see a break of that, of this level. Then, okay, that showed me, okay, right now supply is, sellers are getting into the markets rather, because right now you can see we have one bearish candle, one bullish candle, bearish candle, bullish candle, bearish candle, bullish candle. It doesn't give us anything, just telling us that there's a struggle. Okay, there's a struggle going on, and I don't want to be a part of it. I don't like to struggle. Okay, guys, so if we look at GBP dealers, so for this one we're still waiting, guys. I'm still waiting. The only reason that I would use to get into this market is when I see that daily fractal structure shift. So we have here, then we just kept on going. So these are daily fractal structure. So I probably want to see some lower prices, so this can change to our fractal high, and then once we break this, we can start looking for those buys from there. But we're in a bullish market, right? Keep that in mind, guys. We've retraced into what level? We've retraced into discount pricing, so it's quite fine. Like, we could start looking for those buys here. We're also in the demand area, right? So we could start looking for those buys there. We grab that liquidity. uh, so we just want to see that change, that good change of character, push up, and then on that retracement we just find those entries to take prices up higher, guys. Okay. USD CHF, as you can see, we're swing bearish. I mean, what's there to say about this market? All you just want to be looking for is sells on this market. But also you have your quarterly open here, which has acted as support once, right? Acted as support once, twice, and now we're coming back to test it again. So guys, keep an eye out for that. And you can see we're building this trendline liquidity as we're coming back. So once I see that break above, we can probably take it. We're not guessing, we're just following. But that would be in the future. But right now, as you can see from last week, the trade which I refused to take, right? So we had that swap of internal liquidity, and then we had that push right back, making this supply zone. We had that push back into supply zone. Now you can just take it for a 1 2 3, right? This was the trade, and then beautiful setup, guys. Beautiful setup. So let's see how that plays out this week, and maybe if we get a change of character and all of that, we can look for longs on this. But for now, there's no indication of longs. I know, guys, many people are looking at here and thinking, okay, perhaps we'll go long. For me, there's no indication of long. It's just still short until the order flow changes, right? Until order flow changes, there's nothing to do. USD card, this was even more beautiful, right? So here we had swing high, swing low, right? You had it here, right? Yeah. And the market retraced, came into this low, and then we had that 1 2 3 cause that reversal. We started to push up, push up, push up. Now we have this strong area of supply which took out this liquidity high, gave us this equal lows, right? And now which caused this push up, so we had that liquidity being grabbed here. So we're coming back to target this low for a 1 2 3. Just beautiful, right? Just beautiful trade all around the markets. Okay, so you can see this is what I'm talking about. This was that liquidity grab, and then boom, change of character, boom, came back into it. So for a 1 2 3, right? That was on Friday. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day. Thank you for your time. I wish you the best. So let's make the best of the day.